Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel Be Yourself. This is Dr. Rashni and today we will performing ABO blood group typing. So what the importance of ABO blood group typing? It basically tells us what the type of blood group we are having. So we basically know that we are having the three types of blood group four types of blood group A, B, O and another is the AB blood group. In case of genetics, we consider the ABO blood group typing as a multi-alleles. Why we call it as a multi-alleles? Because we basically say that two different types of alleles are presenting a single type of blood group. For example, here as you can see in the genotype, whether a person is having the AA or AO genotype, the person will be having the blood group A. Whereas the person who is having the genotype BB or BO will be having the blood group B. Likewise, but here one difference is there that for the AB blood group, one genotype from the A and one genotype from the B will be there. Then the person will be having the AB blood group. And the person who do not having the or B genotype that will be having the O blood group. What actually it means? It means the O antigen who do not have any A and B antigen, it means it is lacking the additional antigen which is present in A and B, but it is completely absent in the case of O antigen. So as you can see here, this basic structure is common in O antigen, A antigen as well as in the B antigen. So what the difference you will able to notice here? You will able to notice there are two differences here. One is the presence of N-acetyl galactosamine in the case of A blood group and galactose in the case of the B blood group. In case of AB blood group, both types of these antigens are present, N-acetyl galactosamine and galactose. Now what happens? Suppose a person with a blood group A is being transfused with the blood group B, then what will happen? The desired or the desired like what the desired carbohydrate group which is required here to recognize the RBCs as a cells is the presence of the N-acetyl galactosamine for the A blood group. But what it is having instead of the N-acetyl galactosamine, the person is been transfused with a blood group who is having the galactose. So the B will be acting as the antigen for the A. Similarly, A will act as an antigen for the person who is having the B antigen. Now, we all know that blood group O is considered as a universal donor. So you can see here neither N-acetyl galactosamine nor galactose are present in the O antigen. So whether it will be transfused to the A blood group or B blood group or even AB blood group, there will be no reaction, no antibody antigen reaction will be there against the O antigen. But unlike this, AB blood group will be having both N-acetylgalactosamine as well as the galactose. So for the one, suppose the one is having this, I am considering it as a X and Y. So what will happen when AB will be transfused in the patient with the A blood group, then what will happen? X will be accepted as a self, whereas Y will be accepted as a foreign. So what will happen? This A antigen will start reacting against this Y, which is a galactose, and antigen antibody reaction will take place. And this ultimately leads to the agglutination of the blood. That's why we must know what type of blood group the patient is there to transfuse the blood. Another point is the positive. We always use the term A positive, A negative, what it is. This positivity or negativity is presenting the Rh factor or rhesus factor. So the person who is having the rhesus factor will be considered as a positive, and those who are lacking it, it will be considered under the negative. Normally, what we do, we perform the blood group test and then prefer the transfusion of the blood. But suppose you met an accident and you are not knowing your blood group, then what will happen? Suddenly, if there is a requirement to transfuse the blood, it will take some time to go to the laboratory and just take a test of your blood group type. So it must be known to you. So that's why here you will find that in your school, colleges, in your workplaces, in iCard also, it is always been preferred to note down your blood group. So before moving the lab, I must tell you that we will be using ABO blood group testing kit, in which we will be having the anti-A sera, anti-B sera, and this anti-B sera will be reacting here with the blood group B. It is not against, it is just simply saying that the percent which is having the blood group A will be having anti-B. But in the test kit, what we will be having three types of chemical here: anti-A, anti-B, and anti-D. This serum will be having the antibody against Rh factor. This will be having this serum will be having the antibody against the blood group B, and anti-A serum will be having the antibody against the blood group A. So what we will see in the lab, we will be going to perform the ABO blood group typing, in which we will take 3 drops of blood in the cavity slide, and we are going to add respectively A, B and D antiserum. And if agglutination is can be seen in the blood group A and D, it means we will be having the A positive. Why it will be having? Because in anti-A, it is having antibody against the blood group A. So if we are having the agglutination for at this cavity A, it means the patient is having the A blood group. Or if here also, if we are able to see the agglutination, it means the person is also having the Rh factor, so the person will be A positive blood group. So this will become more clear when we move to the lab. So let us move toward the labs, where my students will be demonstrating you how to perform the ABO blood group typing.
Today we are going to perform ABO blood grouping. We have slide cavity marked with A, B and D, anti-A sera, anti-B sera and anti-D sera. Cotton mixed with 70% ethanol, blood lancet and mixer. Now clean our fingertip with 70% ethanol. The next step is we will perk our ring finger with blood lancet. Now we will put 1 drop of blood in each cavity. Now we will wipe our hand with 70% ethanol. The next step is we will take 1 drop of anti-A sera and put in A cavity. Then anti-B sera and put 1 drop of anti-B sera in B cavity. Then anti-D sera and put 1 drop of anti-D sera in D cavity. The next step is to mix the blood and the anti-A sera thoroughly. Observe the agglutination.
As here you can see, the agglutination can be seen in B and D. So the blood group will be what? It will be B positive. Now let me show you another result. Here you can see agglutination only in the cavity D, which is saying that the person is having O positive blood group, as A and B in no agglutination can be seen. This last slide is showing A positive blood group, because here you can see the agglutination in A and D cavity, which is showing that the patient is A positive. So these were the only three slides which I am having, and all these were performed by the students in the lab using their own blood sample. So hope you like the videos, and if you want such more videos, then don't forget to subscribe and share my channel. Till then, goodbye and have a nice day.